Do you ever feel like you're not living up to your fullest potential? And you know you could do better, but maybe you don't know where to start or who you even want to be like. Well, this is where archetypes can be so powerful, as they've been around for thousands of years. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to tell you all about archetypes, how you can use them for your personal growth, and how I really like to use them as a guide for shadow work. When I first discovered my core archetype, it felt like I was reading my own life's journey. All my biggest fears, challenges, and the lessons I kept coming face to face with. I could finally see where I was getting stuck and what I need to embody more of to become my best self. So, what are archetypes? Although there are several archetypes that have been around for thousands of years, I'll be talking about the 7 feminine archetypes today, which were popularized by Carl Jung. Jung referred to these archetypes as the collective unconscious, which influences all of our actions and reactions, and it's the basis for our instinctive patterns. Each of the feminine archetypes is a unique expression of the feminine energy that we all have inside of us. While you may relate to many of the archetypes, you'll likely have one main archetype that resonates with your own life's journey. And by learning more about this archetype, understanding its story, and the lessons that it has, this is what makes it such an incredible tool for self-development. Each archetype has its light and shadow sides, and you'll likely be somewhere in the middle. When working with an archetype for self-development, you want to embody the highest version of it. Your main archetype will show the theme of your life, the root of all your problems, and the path to your fullest potential. The 7 major feminine archetypes are the queen, the mother, the maiden, the huntress, the lover, and the sage and the mystic. We don't have time to go into each one, so as an example, I'll walk you through the maiden archetype, and if this were your core archetype, how you can be using this for self-development. The maiden is also known as the innocent archetype, as she represents youth and innocence. She's very creative, empathetic, and believes in the good of people in the world. However, the shadow side of the maiden is that she may be too passive and remain a bystander in her life without ever taking action. She can also fall into a victim mentality, waiting to be rescued, instead of realizing that she is the creator of her own life. If not fully integrated, the maiden can come off as insecure, naive, and perfectionistic, as she's always trying to do the right thing. And because of that, she may also fall into people-pleasing patterns. Her lesson is to establish a clear identity for herself, and when fully developed, the maiden can even turn into the queen. Of course, there is so much more depth to all of this, and this is just a brief overview of the archetypes, but when working with the maiden, your main focus is to realize that you have power over your own life. When working with the maiden, a big theme is self-discovery. You want to find out who you are, what are your strengths, and what are your aspirations. It's also important to start growing your confidence by learning how to take action in your life and become the creator and not just a bystander. A great way to do this is by learning what you want to do and then setting little goals and actually achieving them. Now, for guys, there are only 4 main archetypes: the king, the warrior, the lover, and the mage. When working with any archetype, the goal is to integrate your archetype shadow and use it as direction for your own self-development journey. I'll leave a link in the comments below to help you find your own archetype, and let me know what you think. If you have any questions to working with archetypes, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!